Breaking news, breaking news. This just broke like an hour ago. This was not supposed to be part of the conversation today, but as soon as I said it on the timeline, I said, let me add it to the show notes. The Nintendo Yakuza have spun the block. For the longest, when Palworld came out at the top of the year, one of the most successful games of 2024, people have asked, how is this possible? This is a blatant ripoff of Pokemon. Nintendo didn't seem to care. It went on to become one of the best-selling games of the year, one of the biggest games on Game Pass, because we know Xbox niggas, y'all don't really be buying games. Y'all just, taste test on the Game Pass. As long as you're playing, whatever. You're subscribing, you're supporting something, so I can't be mad at that. That's more than what PlayStation niggas be doing, which, we're going to get into that later. I got some slander for PlayStation niggas. But let's talk about Nintendo. Reports have broken an hour ago that Nintendo is apparently suing the creators of Palworld. It's official. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are taking legal action against Palworld developer Pocket Pair. The companies filed a lawsuit against the developer today, September 18th, seeking an injunction against the infringement and compensation for damages on the ground that Palworld, a game developed and released by defendant, infringes upon multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take the necessary actions against any infringement of an intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked on to establish over the years, in Nintendo's statement. The filing is absolutely massive news and follows months of speculation that Nintendo would take legal action over the indie survival game that's been referred to as Pokemon with Guns. Nintendo previously released a statement about Palworld in January, vowing that they intended to investigate and take appropriate measures against any potentially infringing content. A modder also claimed that Nintendo has come for me after posting a clip with Pokemon's Ash Ketchum in Palworld. But 6 months later, in June, Pocket Pair insisted that Nintendo had yet to make a complaint in response. Oh, they're just yapping at this point. This is interesting. And I have to say, I'm not arguing for whether this is right or wrong, because truthfully, these are two corporations going at it, and I don't give a fuck about a corporation. What I'm about to say is just simply arguing from a strategic point. This is TBH, the war general, the Hokage speaking right now. This is a smart move by Nintendo. I think they knew they wanted to sue them. And the whole internet was like, are they going to sue? Are they going to sue? You could clearly see the inspiration. But I think it was smart for them to wait to sue them now. And the reason being is, if they would have filed for this lawsuit when the game first came out, because remember, the internet moves really fast, right? At the beginning of the year, Palworld was the biggest game it was the first big game of 2024. I thought it was going to be Tekken 8. It was the first big game of 2024. I think they had sold like 3 million copies like the first week or something like that. They were saying it was the biggest game on Game Pass. You couldn't say nothing negative about this game. Everybody and their mama was on it, having a good time. All the streamers, all the regular folks. It was different. So I think if they would have served them papers at the height of Palworld's success, there would have been a lot of pushback. The people who love this game would have said, no. And it would have gave a lot of negative press to Nintendo. They could still do whatever they want if they're within their legal right. You have every right to sue for whatever you want. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but you have the right to do that. But they would have got a lot of negative PR for that because people love the game. Now, the reason I say this is smart that they did it now, because nobody gives a fuck about Palworld right now. The unfortunate thing about the internet, the internet has become a blessing because it's democratized a lot of things. It's gotten rid of a lot of gatekeeping. Things that weren't possible are now possible. Like me being able to yap to y'all about the news. This wasn't possible 20 years ago. It's also given power to people who want to create games, because before there was gatekeeping. You had to work at you had to go to school to learn how to code or do art, whatever, and then you had to work at one of these studios. It was almost like the music industry, right? But now anybody can download the Unreal Engine, and you can get on YouTube, watch some tutorials, and just teach yourself how to make a game. And I think if they would have came out at the beginning and tried to sue them, they would have got a lot of negative PR. They waited until they are down. The numbers are dwindling. Matter of fact, last week an article came out where they were talking about potentially considering going free to play as the numbers dwindle. I think they came out and said they weren't going to do that, but it was something on the table. So it's on the decline. Nintendo chose to attack when nobody gave a fuck. So now the power is all in Nintendo's hand. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, does Nintendo have a case? I don't know. I don't know. Nintendo did not create the concept of monsters, you know, collectibles. They didn't create that. Where I think they could have a case, the issue, because there's other Pokemon clones out there, right? You can't copyright like a general idea. It has to be a very specific idea. Where I think they might have a case is there are characters that look very identical to other Pokemon. I'm trying to think like that. The main character, he looks like Electabuzz or whatever. Let me see. Palworld. Yeah, like Digimon exists. Like you can't tell me this character right here is not an Electabuzz, basically. And I think that's gonna be their issue. So I think this could go either 50-50 could go out either way. Also, if they find out some type of paperwork, some documents, maybe they find out like Pocket Pair had a former employee of Nintendo or the Pokemon company came over to Palworld and fed secrets or something like that. What's next? They're gonna sue the Tim devs too. I don't know. I think that why I say it's 50-50 and I don't know if Nintendo can guarantee to win this one is although there's clear inspiration there, it's kind of hard to win a lawsuit when it's just inspiration because at the end of the day, if you played Palworld, it doesn't actually play like Pokemon. Like, yeah, you do collect monsters, but it's just as much as a survival action game as it is a collectathon with like monsters. So like this one, I don't know which way it's going to go. It's going to go 50-50. It's not Pokemon at all. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's got guns. Like I said, the only thing I think they can argue is like inspiration from the characters, but like, I don't know, that I feel like that might be a weak argument. Yo, shout out to Drexit with the sub. All I know is I don't give a fuck either way this goes because, like I said, I don't care about corporations. It doesn't help that there's many videos highlighting the similarities, and Nintendo might use that against them. I will say if Nintendo does win this lawsuit, I don't think anybody will care because, like, I kind of going back to what the point I was making about, and I think I got lost on track on that. The point I was trying to make is with everything being democratized, the beauty of it is anybody can make their dreams come true. But on the flip side, there's more competition than ever. And because there's so many I'm drowning in games, bro. I'm drowning in games. I got games all over my desk. Which, by the way, I was playing Star Wars yesterday. I was recording footage for a video. I played a mission. There was a mission where you had to infiltrate one of the Empire's bases. It was actually pretty fire. Like this game, when it's good, it's really good. But then there's moments where like, it's like, it feels like another Ubisoft game. I feel like it needed more time in the oven, but like when it's good, it's good. I played a really good mission yesterday. But anyways, I'm drowning in these games, bruh. I got too many. And because of that, the consumer has more options than ever. It's easy to forget something. So even if Pocket Pair comes out and wins this case, their defense, I don't know if it's going to survive regardless because the numbers are dwindling. Like that's why I said earlier they were talking about free to play. Said too many games, no way. Yeah, according to your favorite Call of Duty YouTubers, there's nothing to play until Black Ops 6 comes out. Yo, shout out to Frank B Gaming and Stricken with the sub. Appreciate it. That's crazy you're talking about this. I just watched Did You Know Gaming video about lawyers versus fan-made Pokemon games. I think that Nintendo won those cases though, because those games were clearly trying to be Pokemon. Like this wasn't. And that's why I said, I don't know, this could go 50-50. Seems like a lot of flat moments in Outlaws. I still might cop. Yeah. Like the open world aspect of Outlaws is like it feels like a Ubisoft game. But like the moments where like the actual like campaign, the main missions, they feel really good. I'm like, maybe you guys shouldn't have made this open world and just focused on producing more of a linear experience with some open world options within the campaign missions and then maybe add space in there. But like the open world aspect, yeah, it kind of feels like another Ubisoft game basically. And that's kind of what I'm talking about in my video. Kind of the rise and fall of Ubisoft. That'll be coming out soon. And then I'd segue into how Star Wars Outlaws represents everything wrong with Ubisoft, where it's not necessarily a bad game, but it's kind of complacent. It's the price for me. What up? Have you beat Wukong yet? I haven't played it since that last stream. I've been busy. We're gonna get to it though. Are you getting Astrobot? I streamed it last week, bro. I uploaded footage. YouTube.com/Hokage highlights. Where's it at? I was actually looking for it. Where's my copy at? I thought it was on my fucking desk. Yeah, I streamed it last week. I uploaded it to Hokage highlights. I actually don't know where it is, actually. Oh, there it is. Right here. YouTube.com/Hokage highlights. I uploaded the gameplay. I got a video coming out about that too. But yeah, that's the Nintendo news. My hot take is that the open world games appeal to younger audiences that got more time on their hands. That's a little bit of it. I think also too, I could argue these games appeal to people maybe who haven't played these type of games. Because I think one thing we forget, if you're in a stream like this, where we're a little bit more hardcore, not everybody plays every game that's out. So to us, Star Wars Outlaws feels like another open world Ubisoft game but to somebody who only plays Call of Duty and 2K, it's mind blowing. It's kind of that. It's the Spider-Man 2 effect, right? Spider-Man 2 should have won Game of the Year over Baldur's Gate 3 because most of the people who are raging about Spider-Man 2 being Game of the Year, it's because all they play is fucking Call of Duty, 2K, Madden, Roblox. So when they play Spider-Man 2, it's the most mind-blowing thing. But anybody who played Spider-Man 2 and plays a lot of games knows that's just another PlayStation exclusive with the generic over the shoulder third-person camera like God of War 2018 and The Last of Us. Not exactly like gameplay, but in terms of like the presentation and shit like that. Super cinematic. Yeah, that's a fair point. Open world fatigue is definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this story. We're gonna see how it continues to play out. But this is breaking news as of today, like an hour before I started streaming. We're gonna keep our eye on what Nintendo is doing. That's what I got for Nintendo. PlayStation niggas come to the front. You're gonna get slandered. Before I start the slander, I'm gonna start doing this because I do feel like the people at Hokage Highlights, when I upload highlights to the channel, I feel like some things get lost in translation, like context. So I'm gonna start giving context when I start sharing these stories. When I say PlayStation niggas, when I say Xbox niggas, when I say PC niggas, I'm talking about fanboys. I'm not talking about people who are fans of the platform. I'm talking about delusional losers who fight the corporate console war. Corporate cocksuckers is who I'm talking about. So when I say PlayStation niggas, understand that's who I'm talking to. If you're just a normal gamer who prefers PlayStation, you're good. All right, now that we have a better understanding of that, yeah, Sony ponies. Now that we have a better understanding of that, PlayStation niggas come to the front. Here on this channel, one of the agendas that I push is you niggas don't buy games. Matter of fact, let's pull up the data. Can I should have saved this shit. Top PlayStation games, August 2024. Let's see if we can find the data here. August 24 is top down. What the fuck is wrong with this shit, bro? I can't get no damn stats. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all website? I'm gonna have to open this in another web browser. It might be my web browser. Let's try Brave. Bro, I was actually surprised to see Astrobot in the top PS5 games. Oh, it was trending. It was trending. Yeah, it's the web browser. All right. August 2024's top downloads, Black Myth Wukong. That makes sense. That's new. But what do we have after Black Myth Wukong? This is why we pull up the data. This is, by the way, PlayStation niggas. Before you get mad in my comment section and call me an Xbox fanboy, I own every platform. I'm streaming from a gaming PC. I got Xbox, I got PlayStation. Go fuck yourself. I got Nintendo too. I play everything over here. Remember, we're not corporate cocksuckers. This is the official PlayStation blog. This is official data, you niggas. After Black Myth Wukong, what's number 2? Madden in the US. In the EU, we got Grand Theft Auto. College football, Grand Theft Auto, Star Wars Outlaws, that's new, I'll give you all that. Rainbow Six, Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3, surprising. Hogwarts Legacy, surprising. WWE, Helldivers 2, Ghost of Tsushima, y'all still playing that. Sea of Thieves, an Xbox game. Elden Ring, Gran Turismo, Call of Duty, Cyberpunk, Among Us, MLB The Show. Y'all play mostly old games. Y'all don't buy games like that. That's the agenda that I always push. The top games are always free-to-play games and older AAA titles. Sea of Thieves is still up there, bruh. I say all that to say this. The thing that kills me the most, though, and this is why I get on PlayStation niggas the most, because I like Xbox niggas, they can be annoying sometimes. But PlayStation niggas, they be in Twitter spaces, just yapping all the time about the superiority of their platform. But you niggas don't buy games like that. Final Fantasy VII, the greatest RPG of all time, according to every PlayStation nigga, is not selling. We have another article that states it's not selling. According to Square Enix financial results, Final Fantasy 14, which I'm going to give a pass because that's older, and Rebirth didn't meet expectations. We released multiple new titles, including, oh wait, is that 16 or 14? I don't know these damn Roman numerals. Which one is that? My bad, hold up. Let me search, let me make sure. 15, no, that's not 15, because there's the I. That's 16, right? That's even worse. Oh my God, my fault. I'm thinking this was 14. I'm glad I searched that. Damn. You niggas didn't buy, and I'm gonna give, you know what, PlayStation niggas, I'm gonna give you a pass on Final Fantasy 16 because I think that game sucks. But Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2 to the greatest RPG of all time according to y'all, the RPG that redefined the genre, y'all are not buying it. We released multiple new titles, including 16 and Rebirth, but profits unfortunately did not meet our expectations. Damn, this shit in Japanese. Translate. Where this shit at? Boom. Ew, I'm not going through that. This man linked, I think he linked the wrong damn article. You said I bought both of these games. Some of y'all do buy them. I just don't understand why y'all have so much time to sit in Twitter spaces, but y'all won't buy the greatest RPG of all time. And you know the crazy part is, I remember when Astrobot first got its reviews, they first came out, people were screaming as game of the year. It was niggas under there. No, it's not game of the year. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is game of the year. How would y'all know? Most y'all didn't buy it. Most y'all did not buy this game. If you did, Square Enix wouldn't be on the internet. Please buy this shit. Please. We need you to buy the greatest RPG of all time. We need you to buy 100 hours of mini games. Please. Astrobot is game of the year, in my opinion. I'm really enjoying it. I need to play it more. I don't want to give a definitive opinion yet, but it is fire. So, it's just a friendly reminder. PlayStation niggas are on fraud watch. Should have released it on where my sound at? Just a friendly reminder. PlayStation niggas, you're on fraud watch. Shut the fuck up and go buy a game. We don't care about what you think is great if you ain't played it. How do you know? Get them roaches out your PS4, bitch ass niggas. The good news is, although you guys didn't buy Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, you're gonna get a chance to buy another game that you've already played, because PlayStation niggas love remasters. Uncharted, the Remaster Collection, The Last of Us Remastered on the PS4, and then remember, The Last of Us Remastered on the PS5. Then we got The Last of Us 2. Now we got The Last of Us 2 Remastered. Can't forget the HBO show. Season 2's coming. They've already confirmed there could be a season 3, and maybe even a 4th. And now you're getting a remaster of a game. It's cool, but it's nothing groundbreaking. You remember earlier when I said Sony's become formulaic with the third person over the shoulder cinematic kind of game like Spider-Man 2, God of War 2018, The Last of Us. This is another game that's in the genre. Horizon Zero Dawn, like, it's a cool 8, but do we really need a remaster of this game? A Horizon Zero Dawn remaster has been rated by the ESRB, which means it's all but guaranteed to be coming. Otherwise, why the fuck are they rating this game? This shit just came out. And this shit is crazy too, because last I checked, fucking the sequel, Forbidden West, didn't really do that well. I remember I seen a tweet, I think I highlighted it on the stream. Somebody made like a joke tweet saying Horizon Zero Dawn is an industry plant game, and I was like, yo, what the fuck are y'all talking about? How do you do an industry plant in the gaming industry when AAA games are so hard to develop? They're so expensive. You need a massive studio. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They said that because they announced the Horizon Zero Dawn Lego edition, right? Don't forget the Lego version's coming. Now I'm starting to think maybe this shit is an industry plant. Who the fuck asked for a remaster of this? I blame PS4 niggas. Somehow this is y'all fault. I ain't buying a PS5, but if I do, I want to play the game I played on PS4, so I feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable on the platform unless I have roaches in there and an old game with better visuals. And then y'all wonder why. I don't see a difference in the graphics. I don't see what the reason. This is why. We're not pushing hardware. We got another game that's not gonna push hardware. And niggas is gonna eat this shit up, bro. I'm getting this, bro. I'm in. Count me in. While we're at it, let's remaster Ghost of Tsushima. Let's remaster Uncharted again. TBH, I didn't hate this game, but to be honest, I didn't hate this game, but it dropped halfway through because I got bored. It was just okay. It's basically Tomb Raider with robot dinosaurs. But I did feel like playing this game, you're just kind of going through the motions. It wasn't pushing any boundaries. I think the most interesting thing about this game is the world. Not Aloy, because she's a pretty boring fucking character, but the supporting cast in the world itself, the whole conspiracy, especially in the second game. The whole kind of, I don't want to spoil anything, but the conspiracy behind the thing, it's pretty interesting, but even still, it's not really pushing any boundaries. Horizon Forbidden West ended too fast and wasn't deep enough of a story. Horizon Zero Fun. Horizon Zero Fun. So I will say, now that we know a remaster is all but confirmed, I better not see this shit on the best sellers for PS5. Or once again, I will be playing this sound. PlayStation niggas, get it together. In boomer news, aka me, because I'm 1 year off on this article. I don't know who would buy this, to be honest. Somebody's gonna buy it, otherwise they wouldn't make it. Game introduces an easy mode called I'm 35 and have 1 hour to play this. Where's all my boomers in the chat? Come to the front. I got something for y'all. Seattle aging gamers were reportedly delighted to see that a new video game called Eldritch Quest has an accessibility feature catered specifically to people their age who do not have enough time to actually play a game. This is crazy. They're calling it an accessibility feature. I came back from the office at around 7 p.m. and was so happy to see this mode implemented because holy shit, I'm tired, said Jariah Watson, yawning as he looked at his watch to see if it was already almost 9:30. I'm happy I had just enough time to customize my character. It's really great because I usually hop into a game, get through about half a puzzle, and then the next mission, spend my entire gaming hour trying to remember what I did the time before, he added. Usually when I finish a video game, it means I just watched a playthrough on TV like it's Netflix. I'm glad somebody's admitting they be watching walkthroughs. I know most of you niggas be watching the Rad Brad because everybody turns into a pro gamer whenever I play a new game and then be trying to backseat the fuck out of me, which by the way, I've seen this in the comment section of my Space Marines 2 video. A couple people was trying to say I was a crybaby because I was telling people like, yo, chill out with the backseating. I feel like there's context. If you don't come to the streams, you don't know. There's context missing in that video. Every fucking game that I play, 30 seconds into it, niggas be trying to give me the best strats. They don't let me enjoy the game, figure it out. Motherfuckers is spoiling puzzles and hitting things in Astro. Now, if I ask for help, cool. That's what they were talking about. I had just booted up Space Marine 2 and niggas was trying to tell me how to do the comp. Like, god damn, can we take it in? So respectfully, if you over there on the YouTube side, I appreciate it when y'all hit the like button, but y'all need to shut the fuck up too. Because context matters. If you imagine you playing a game and a nigga sitting over your shoulder, soon as you boot that shit up, you don't even get a tutorial. Press A to jump. Nigga, hey, you need to press A to jump. Like, chill. And then when I genuinely need help, hey, chat, how do you do this? Where am I supposed to go? Crickets. Now niggas is on YouTube on the Rad Brad channel. Rad Brad says at 20 minutes and 32 seconds, you got to go here. I knew you didn't play the game. Because remember what? 60% of gamers play games that are 6 years or older. And the ones who do play new games, of that 40%, usually they're 3 years old. Anyways, let's get back to it. The game developer said they were happy to help fans connect with gameplay in a way that suits their needs. Usually developers try to shame people into choosing the higher difficulty, said lead designer Rory McGrath. They do stuff like calling the easiest difficulty baby mommy get my binky, but it turns out this stuff is usually useful for people who have babies. We're here for you, and we know that being 35 is really, really old, whether you're willing to admit it or not. At press time, Watson admitted that he hadn't actually touched Eldritch Quest in 2 weeks, though because his wife really wanted to start watching The Bear instead. We should look at them Black Myth Wukong achievements. That shit is fucking crazy. The question is, all right, so the reason I brought this up, though, is, do y'all want to see this become a trend? Would y'all want to see this become a trend in gaming? As long as it's optional, I don't care. I mean, enjoy your games. You paid for them. I'm not going to be mad at that shit. Like I said, just don't come like Elden Ring. Don't come sit at the champions table. We don't want to hear that shit. if you played the 35 and up mode, like I understand people got responsibilities and shit. Should he even be on the game? Yeah, if you got kids and shit, you could be on the game. I'm not gonna be like that. Optional, yes, as long as it's optional. But I'm not gonna lie, Unk mode is wild. That's what they should call it, Unk mode. But I thought it was a funny article. I just wanted to share that with y'all. You said this is satire. I think it is too. Freaking. The only reason I brought it up more as like a hypothetical, but like if you read it, it does. I think this website is satirical, but it's still fucking funny if they do this shit. JG, this for you. But I brought it up as like a hypothetical. Like, would y'all want to see that shit if it became the normal thing? They really needed this while you're laughing. I will unlock that setting next year. Don't be surprised if it happens. Rivals at Ather. Originally, they were calling it Rivals 2. They changed it back to Rivals at Ather. It's a Smash Bros. PC type of platformer game. It got a second trailer today. I hadn't watched it. Let's check it out. The last one, I actually bought it. I played it. It was pretty decent. Check it out.
What is a rival? Is it a powerful enemy?
Rival is Gary Oak.
Someone who steals your thunder.
Nintendo gonna sue them? I'm saying.
Friend.
This is a slippery slope. This is a slippery slope. Are they gonna sue him?
Or one of many foes. Zetterberg. Rano. Raster.
I need to send this to myself. Somebody send me the chat.
Fleet. Maple. Clary.
My question is there, like, does anybody play Rivals at Ather? Is there still a community for this? I feel like this game doesn't look bad, but like there's a high chance it's gonna get lost in translation. I think there's platformer. There's platforming brawler fatigue. That one I showed last week, the BR version, I think they're putting an interesting twist on it, but I feel like everyone's trying to be Smash Bros for furries. And I'm like, at this point, I don't know. There's been so many that have come and gone. I don't know if they can dethrone the king.
Loxodon.
Brawler still got me in a chokehold. God damn.
Orkay.
Brawl Brothers.
Or is it just a reflection of what you truly desire? Forsberg.
Oh, sweet.
What is a rival?
This game's also for like Smash Bros. Sweats. Rivals of Athers 2!
It's a chance.
Like, this is a game that I would wish list and get it on Steam sale, but it's not a day one cop for me, to be honest. It looks good. It's just, this is one of those games like I would love to play it, but I don't know if there's a community for it. I don't want to waste my time. One thing that I'm happy you said in the chat. Hold on, let me go in my Twitter DMs. Somebody said something about satirical in that last article. 1 second. I'm so glad that you said that in the chat. Here we go. Shout out to HB3 in the chat. He said, laugh my ass off. It's funny you use the word satirical. I said that the other day and my friends looked at me like I was speaking in Spanish. I seen this tweet earlier and you saying that in the chat reminded me of this and I had to pull it up. I had to send it to myself. I seen this tweet earlier. It's a satirical tweet. And in the tweet, it says, breaking news, iOS 18 is officially out for the iPhone. And then he replies with breaking news, Dr. Disrespect is making the switch to Android this fall. Now, the joke is he likes minors. And now that iOS is an adult because it's 18, he's like being satirical. He's going to switch to Android. I felt like the joke was very obvious. But then I scroll down and it's a lot of people. Am I the only one who got the joke? It's a lot of people in the comments saying like, yo, I didn't get the joke. Like, why is this important? He's upgrading to adults. I scrolled down. It was like a lot of people like, who gives a fuck? I don't understand it. Yeah, I think it's an A1 joke. I think who cares, bro, is a pedo. That's the fucking joke. It was, if you scroll down, it's a lot of people in this shit that did not. There's new comments. So the ones I saw earlier, they're not going to show up now. But it's a lot of people that didn't get the joke. And I'm like, it makes me think, I'm like, yo, because I feel like sarcasm is a big part of my shtick. Is there a lot of people that watch me and don't understand I be joking half the damn time? And then it kind of goes back to the whole argument about how fast food content, these TikToks and reels are really frying people's brains. Like there's somebody, I have a TikTok that was doing pretty well, and in the comment section somebody said he was like, I was rocking what he was saying in the beginning of the TikTok, but then I seen it was a 57-second yap fest and I had to turn this shit off, and people are like debating him in the comment section. I'm like, yo, are y'all brains that fried? Because I'm setting up a joke at the end that y'all can't get through a 57-second video. Y'all don't understand irony, sarcasm. It's like the only thing people understand in terms of comedy is slapstick comedy. It's getting bad out here. People these days don't do sarcasm. They only speak TikTok. It's getting bad out here, man. Deadass, are you joking? I thought you was just an asshole. Well, sarcasm and asshole go hand in hand. Yo, shout out to Geraldo with the $10 donation. I don't know if it popped up on the stream, but I see it on my phone. I appreciate you. Brain rot. Yeah. Like people being able to actually comprehend things that people were saying. I'm like, man, we need to bring stand-up comedy back, man. Bring it back. Speaking of bring it back, YouTube. Normally I don't cover stuff like this on the stream, but freaking for those who want to be content creators out there, I thought this was pretty cool. YouTube announced a bunch of different features that are coming to the platform, and I thought I'd make some of y'all aware of it in case you ever want to get into content creation or you are a content creator. Some AI driven tools, some tools to help smaller creators. The main thing was communities. That was cool. I keep my TikTok highlights under 30 seconds for that reason. That's nasty work. There's a special connection between you and your most loyal fans on YouTube, the ones who are always there, never missing a moment. We want to embolden you to connect with communities. More than just comments, communities, your very own corner on the internet, right on the creator's channel, will be a central hub to discuss videos, share fan art, connect with like-minded individuals, and build a vibrant sense of belonging. Communities are available now on a handful of channels, and we plan to test more with you this year. Basically, it's kind of like YouTube is implementing their own kind of Discord, Reddit type situation. They're taking that, the community posts like a whole new level. So basically, if you're on my channel, you can make a post. Like you could make a post on the community tab, like, hey, what did you think of this video from TBH? Or have you guys seen this video from this channel? Or you can post art. Yeah, so like Discord, basically. But it's built into the website, and it's gonna be on each person's channel. I'm curious, Facebook groups. Yeah, I'm curious to see if people will take this. At the end of the day, just be aware it is a tool coming. Also, they announced up here more AI-driven tools. You'll be able to generate thumbnails inside of the YouTube Creator Studio that you can use as inspiration, as well to help with like titles and tags and stuff like that. And then also you'll be able to use AI to dub over your videos. So like, let's say you upload a video in English, you can I think they said they're launching with Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, I think, and some other stuff. Basically, it'll automatically translate your videos via AI into another language and have you speak in that language, which I thought was fucking crazy. I was like, that's pretty cool. You copping the iPhone 16 this week? Nah. The main feature, the AI for the iPhone, it's a software update, so I don't see a reason to upgrade like right away. When the update comes out, maybe, I don't know. Oh, Spotlight Rising Stars with Hype. This was the one that kind of went viral today. Turn up the volume of those rising stars you can start talking about. Hype gives people a new way to show support for emerging creators they believe in. By hyping a video, fans have a shared purpose to connect their favorite creators to a new audience. Videos with the most hype points will be featured on a special leaderboard, increasing their chances of discovery and recognition. You've been testing it already in Brazil, Turkey, Taiwan, etc., etc. More details coming. So basically, well, under videos, you'll be able to hit the hype button if you really like something, and it'll put it. Basically, YouTube is bringing the charts feature back. Just another way for people to grow. I just hope that there's like some defenses in place to stop people from abusing this shit. I seen something on Twitter. Somebody said that they're trying to stop it. AI won't work for phones under 15. So I mean, eventually I'll probably get a 16 then. Yo, shout out to Trust with the sub, just not right away. Let me see. Bot's about to go crazy. Where was it at? So yeah, then I replied to a tweet. I replied to it and I was saying it's not genius. Just them reintroducing something they should have never taken away. I'm a dinosaur creator, so I remember when YouTube used to have charts for rising stars. It's how I initially gained traction. They had charts for videos that would, if you saw a spike in views, comments, or likes. That was one of my favorite things about old YouTube. I had several videos that got like a lot of comments, and then you would end up on the charts. And then if people are looking at the charts, they could find your channel instead of just this algorithm thing. Then it was removed because of Call of Duty YouTubers. They used to do giveaways, and they'd be like, hey, if you leave a comment, like, and et cetera, you're entered for a giveaway. So they changed that shit. Anyways, But the point I was trying to make is creators shouldn't be allowed to tell their viewers to hype up their content in a video, because then people with 400. So the way it's going to work is the hype feature is for people with 500 subs to 500,000. I think they should probably limit it to like 100,000. Like, that's a crazy number. Well, if you're in the 500,000 range, I don't think you're a small creator. But that's the way they're doing it. And I was like, what if somebody has 499,000 subs and they just tell their viewers to hype up my shit? It's an easy way to go viral. And then let me see. I think it was JP responded. He was talking about Roberto Blake. Yeah, here we go. He said this space was held by Roberto Blake, and I actually asked about it. He said based on what they presented, it seems like that won't be that easy to abuse. So then Roberto Blake actually responds, and he says 3 times per week, creators can't really abuse it for their own videos. Only works on videos published in the last 7 days. Won't impact general algorithm at all. Will only affect the leaderboard that exists on the Explore page and tab. I think people are being cynical for no reasons. They didn't read the blog. So that's good. They're going to have defenses to keep people from abusing it. I guess I'm still worried about it, because what if people don't use the Explore tab? Let me ask y'all, do y'all use the trending page? I don't ever check the only reason I know a video is trending on YouTube is because I'll look at the video, thanks to the algorithm, and then below the video, it'll say trending #1 or something like that. But I don't look at the trending page. So I think the success of this is only going to matter if the average user is using the leaderboard. You said, nah, nope. We'll see. We'll see. Kudos to YouTube because they're trying.